This gives you an idea what you could put on to your shelving unit. It is meant to put anything imaginable on. Automobile, hardware, boxes, and more. This is from REIBII Shelving, wired, for anywhere that you need storage. 36 inches in width, 17 inches in depth about, and 72 inches in height. And what we're going to be showing you is how to install what comes in the box and more. When opening up the box, everything is nicely presented and wrapped. Please remove everything from its packaging. It's got a black polished finish made of metal, and it has keyholes to lock things into place. We laid everything out on the floor in order, and we have the instruction guides to go over and check out the parts list and the place where we're building. We're going to set up over here the 5-tier rack. You have the options to choose the way you want the rack shelves to go. The tools that are required are basically given to you. A pair of gloves, universal size, that fits a nice extra large hand. And a mallet to bang down with the rubber tips on both sides. That is a nice touch. A tape measure if you need one. And you have a drill, screwdriver, and a pair of cutters when you want to hang as an option to a wall so the shelves don't tilt. We are looking for parts 1 and B. And these are the parts of 1, and B would be in the packages. We're going to move everything out of our way. When placing the end caps on, these are the keyholes. The large wide angle faces to the ceiling. The narrow end faces to the floor. Make sure they go on correctly. If you're uncertain of the parts and the way the number systems are, look at the manual. You take the L shape, match up, place on, protect the floor, and tap on. I'll give you a close-up look at how it goes on. Repeat for the rest. The next step is to take the crossbars. You have a long and you have a short. They have a hole on top, they have a ledge, and what you're going to do is take the short one and the main bar, and you're going to match to the holes. I'll give you a close-up shot. You're going to take the bar, match to the hole on the bottom, slide in, and mallet down. So they go here on the bottom, take the bar and bang in. On the floor, we tap down. And then we repeat for the long crossbar, the same hole, and tap down. We have our piece standing up. We take the next main bar and we lock into the holes again and repeat for all 4 till we make a frame. As we do this, there's no need to hold it. Grab the next crossbar and short bar and tap down. And finish off the square. Check all the corners to make sure they're on. Please save the hammer in case you need to take apart and transport to another area. Now that you completed the last step, the next step is to count the number of keyholes. There are 24, so you want to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and place the bar on over here. And then what you're going to do is take the long bars and match up. Repeat this for the next 2. Take a tape measure and measure. When you got a shelf unit of 18 inches, mallet down. We have cross couplers. They go on the top now. Some will slide in easy and lock all four in. Please take the mallet and not on the top but on the sides. Tap in. Just a reminder, when putting these in the keyholes, give a little force in and bang down and they will lock into place easier. We have four main pieces. We have the keyholes that face to the bottom. We have an end cap that's going to go on the top when completed, and we could tap down if like now. If you need to remove, they come off. Lift up, place on, and match up this area into here. It'd take a few tries to get them between the cross piece. Once on, with clearance, tap down. Repeat for the next 3. Slide between, push down, and bang. We completed this step, and we proceed to the next step by putting additional cross pieces on over here, here, and the top. When placing on the short cross pieces between the two seams, carefully make sure they join together. The same for the opposite side. Between the two seams, tap down. Now you could put in the long cross beams on each of the sides the same way. This completes the step with the main track bars and the cross bars joining two pieces together. We have 2 long and 2 short bars, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We put the 2 short bars on to the area. Hold and tap down. Again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And we slide on the next set like so. Do double check your work to make sure you got the correct hole count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now that is how you do the shelf, making sure that you have everything nice and even. To double check your work, take a measurement of 19.5 inches on each side. You have an option of doing 2, 3, 4, 5. You could adjust your height as needed as you build. This is the stock build. We could bring this bar here and make 2 small shelves and make 1 nice large and 2 compact. Those are the options. As we lock down the last piece, squeeze together, match the holes up, make sure they squeeze together correctly, tap it down. You just about completed your build. you're going to be left off with a couple of extra parts. The end caps. As we put the end caps already on, we have a number of end caps left over. We now have the metal mesh shelf. They are double secured, so they can hold the capacity of up to 3,000 plus pounds. A close-up look at the meshed shelf. 2 bars, one on each side, every other one. Nice square holes. Simply grab the shelf, slide in on an angle, carefully lift up, lay on one end, hold, and drop into place, and your shelf is now completed. Repeat for the next 4. The top one could go on the same way. Just simply lift up, place on, and drop into place. Work it in. As an option, placing towards the wall, drill your holes and strap down. As the product, with no weight on it, will not tip over. It is nice and balanced. It is nice and strong as we're doing a twist test. To the camera's angle, and we're going to place it in our area. The product has enough weight, moderate weight. A help of a friend may be needed. Place in an area, adjust to your liking, and start to place items on your shelf. Depending on how you built your shelf unit, you can store items. This just gives you an idea of what you can put on. This gives you an idea what you could put on to your shelving unit. It is meant to put anything imaginable on. Automobile, hardware, boxes, and more. Take your tools and place them on. Take things off the floor and put them on the shelf. I hope this is a product that you are looking for garage, basements, showcases, and more. Not just a tool shelf, not just a storage shelf, but a shelf that is nicely finished in a black polished metal. A wired shelf system for all your needs and household needs. I hope you enjoy your product. If this is something that you are looking for, a very easy to assemble shelf that holds a capacity of 3,000 plus pounds, measures 36 inches, 17 inches in depth, and I stand 72 inches tall. The top shelf can be put on as well. I just don't have the room for it. And on that note, thank you for viewing.